Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sailing Amari. Last week we were in Havar and had serious dinghy problems, and this week we're going to see if our repairs worked. So let's pick up right where we left off, heading towards Korčula. So it's the moment of truth. Did the dinghy repair work? We've now waited 24 hours, we're in a new place. We're now on the island of Korčula, and we're in the town of Belaluka. So we've anchored up, well we haven't, we've actually picked up a mooring buoy, and that's because we need to change our anchor chain. Right, so let's go see if this dinghy works. Here goes. Trying to get anything done with a dog, especially a cooper, is not easy. Well, can you hear him?
I don't think so.
One more. That'll do. So we didn't really show the process yesterday of what we did differently. But Laura will talk you through that because it was her magic work.
Right, so basically all I did was differently after we took the patch off was I glued the hole I think 3 times and left like 2 or 3 minutes in between each time, and then after that I glued the patch, let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes, and I also glued the area on the dinghy that we were putting the patch onto. I did that twice. I would have done it 3 times other than the fact that we were running out of glue. Really?
It's very hard to put away.
So yeah, let it sit for a couple of minutes and then stuck the patch on and kept it deflated rather than putting it up to check to see whether there was any air coming out of it. But yeah, so far so good. It's working. How are you getting on?
Not great. I haven't a clue how I did this before. Come on! Ta-da. Okay, now on to the chain. Right, so the plan here is to pretty much drop the entire anchor and all the chain into the dinghy, take it off. I actually want to store the chain because it's about 50 meters of chain, and if we're ever in a storm scenario where we need a second anchor out, it's better to have it. So we'll keep that. It's going to go into this locker, and then the new chain will be put back on again from the dinghy, and then we'll attach the anchor to that again. So the dinghy is getting well used within minutes of it working again, so let's hope we don't puncture another hole in it. At the moment we just put some rubber mats on the bottom to kind of protect the floor and the front of it from the chain falling on it, and yeah, hopefully that's enough to any of the weight or anything sharp that might hit it, it won't damage it, or as also just to try and keep the dirt away from it because it will be quite messy. So yeah, that's pretty much how this is hopefully going to go, and then we'll just attach the new anchor and the new chain, and I don't know. Okay, so I've got taken the swivel off. I've got a new swivel. I know a lot of people are going to say it's maybe not a good idea, but that's what's been on this and it's worked really well. So and there's a lot of times the anchor can come up backwards. If shackles are better, we'll probably switch to that at some point. But we have a new swivel, so we're going to use that for now, and then we'll see what happens. Right, so that's the old chain in here now for safekeeping, and the new chain is in here. Fair bit more effort getting 100 meters out. So one thing that's actually really started bothering me with the boat that I've noticed recently is the whole boat kind of like leans back a little bit. The back's got more weight than the front effectively, and you can see that here. How this is the anti-foul line, this is meant to be the water line, and we're 6 inches above at the front, and we're like an inch below at the back. So I'm actually hoping that all this chain actually helps to balance out the boat a little bit. Okay, so This could be a first, but we've had a day of successes. We got the chain on. Good grief, there is a lot of that. Yeah, I feel like we're definitely filled up. So the anchor's on, we've got the new thingamajigger here on. Surprisingly, actually, well, maybe not so surprisingly, the whole angle of the boat thing has not changed, so there's still that 6 inches for some reason. Obviously there's a lot of weight in the back of the boat, but you wouldn't think there's so much of a difference. That there's quite literally like if we spill water in the kitchen, there's puddles that arrive in the back of the... Well, I'll just show you. If I open this drawer just to here, it falls back. Same thing happens with doors. Open the door, it opens. And yeah, pretty much water collects at the back of the boat. So in the shower there's always more water in the back. In the sink there's always more water in the back. So it's a bit weird, but that has maybe changed it a little bit, but it's still nowhere near enough. But that is a success. And Laura,
Yeah?
what was the biggest success of the day?
Biggest success of the day?
What was your biggest
What
success?
I think it was? I think I parked up with the marine ball pretty well.
That's it?
Why, what do you think it was?
Not
Oh, the
the
dinghy.
dinghy fixing? No?
I was quite proud of myself.
We both did an incredible job tying up to the Mirren buoy and an incredibly bad job. No. So when we were doing the what do you call it, picking up a buoy, we go from the back of the boat, reverse onto it, and then pick it up and then walk the whole thing forward, which is an absolute farce. But the last 2 times we've done it, the ropes got stuck, and so we park up perfectly, we pick up the bowl perfectly, start pulling the rope perfectly, and then we get to like here when we're walking back up the side, and it just goes downhill really quick.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about my driving.
No, the driving was great, but the actual parking up part has, for some reason, does not seem to work for us for this whole thing. The rope gets caught around the mirror ball every time, and I'm not sure why, but it's quite frustrating. So
It's not even gets caught, it ties
literally
a knot.
ties a knot. That's twice in a row it's happened. I'm not entirely sure why that would be, but I'm sure there's a simple fix for it. But yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
yeah,
I suppose the greater success would be the dinghy, yes.
the dinghy is probably a
That
big
is a
one,
pretty
and getting the
big
chain
one,
on.
I know, but you were asking what my personal,
Okay.
and for me, I was quite proud of myself with
Well,
driving.
we're gonna go take a wee dander around this town, and
Wee
then
dander.
wee dander.
Good old Northern Irish, wee dander.
It means walk. So we're going to go for a dander around the town and kind of see what it's all about. It's the town of Bellaluca on Corchilla.
It's cute. Pizzerias,
So it's the next morning, and we just made it across to the town quay here to fill up with water. Good thing is it's quite cheap, so we're not too bothered about it. And then we're going to try and head off more south down this island of Corchilla. We'll take maybe 2 days to get down to the south, and hopefully we'll still be in on time to be in Dubrovnic next week to allow us to kind of try and make the trip at the start of the next week or the weekend. So that's the plan. Yeah. It's going pretty well. Parked here. Laura did an incredible job parking here, so probably the best alongside we've done by far. We're just getting a little bit more comfortable now, just understanding just how fast you need to go to actually be able to get control of the boat. So yeah, still learning and trying to get over bits of fear, because we've had a few bad experiences and a few good experiences, so hopefully we'll keep getting the good experiences. So Ellie's getting a shower, the boat's going to get a wash, the dinghy's going to get a wash. We're filling up with water. We're going to make most of this 100 kuna, which is about 12-13 pound, or 15 euros ish, so it's not too bad. So we've left Bella. We are just moseying down the coast, and we're trying goose wing, going wing on wing for the first time, so we can't see anything. Trying to do that for the first time and it seems to be working. We're in about 7 or 8 knots of wind and we're doing 4 or 5 knots, so it's slow, but we're getting there. And we've no real destination. We're just going to pick an anchorage somewhere when we're kind of fed up. Laura's not feeling 100%, so she's got like some infection, so yeah, we're just probably going to mosey on until it gets either bored, too slow, we can't sail anymore, and then we'll just pick in one of these coves because there's plenty of them. So how are you feeling? How are you feeling, mister? Why are you perched up like that, like a big weirdo? Why are you not sleeping? It's a very comfy sail. Typically they do actually sleep, but look at this. And this. And you'd think it's hot. It's actually not. It's warm enough, but it's cool compared to what we've been getting. So you'll be okay. Oh, no scratches. Alright, well that's us for this week. Hey! Are you serious? Hey! Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll next week we're going to hope to get to Dubrovnic. That's what we hope to do in the next couple of days or week. So
Sorry.
What are you doing? So yeah, allergies. What allergies have you got?
I don't know, but my eyes are itchy and I'm sneezing.
Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.